Alright, let's take a look at the Salvation. New single-person salvage ship from RSI, and the feature of this year's new ship starter pack. Supposedly built for beginners, and is basically RSI's salvage answer to the guy as to beginning salvage, the same way the Golem was for mining. It's one of those ones that a lot of players get straight into industry gameplay. Variety of paints. Actually, that one's not too bad. Mira, disco. Of course, there'd be a disco paint. Spud and Eureka. Two size 1 weapons. 2 scrapers. There's some discussion about whether they're actually bespoke or swappable. 6 SCU of cargo. Carried on a semi-external rack. And automatically printed out. Very similar to how the Fortune does things. 10-year war bond on all the pledges until December 3rd. And a limited edition Vespid paint. You buy it outright, $60 normally, with that 10-year insurance again until the end of the expo. $5 off if you buy at War Bond. Vespid paint is available separately for a limited time, $3. Paint backs and upgradable from other ships, just not with any War Bond pricing to benefit that. So alright, we're going to take this out for a spin and see how viable it is as an actual starter ship. If we go to the pledge store, look up our game packages, and we'll go over this in more detail later. So it's in here as a game package, and it comes with lifetime insurance. Concern is, how much does it do in the verse relative to, say, the ultra basic game packages like the Mustang and the still missing Aurora game package, or the comparably priced Seeker or Generalist. It's actually priced out the same as the Miner, which would start with the Golem. And what I'm hoping is that Salvation will actually be better than the Golem was. Right. I'll take a look around at this thing. You know, kind of reminds me of Space 1999. Let's see if the steps work here. Oh yeah, much better. Okay, should be vaultable. Maybe you're only supposed to get to the one step up or whatever. I don't know. Hopefully it's a feature that they start putting into a lot more of the ships so that you can get, with engineering gameplay coming in soon, being able to get to the top of the ships for component access will be useful.
Welcome to Robert Space Industries.
Interesting sound effects.
System check.
Snappy responsiveness.
Engines are off.
Alright, so the original Aurora came with 6 SCU of cargo for the CL version and 3 on the rack for some others. My first question is going to be, can this just take general cargo? Does look that way, yes. Good. Because with the store all boxes, if you want to use it for not salvage, can you at least use it to either carry cargo or gear around the verse? Bit of a tight fit for that, but it does work. Alright. That part makes me happy now. Might have to not use 4 SU cargoes. That was a little sketchy. Alright. Let's put this away and we'll actually go do some salvaging. And actually, we might test this out by making our own salvage.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Okay, let's see what we can do here. We could try a small salvage mission, but part of me wants to try the bounty. We need a very low risk target. So there. Right here. Let's get up out of the atmosphere so we can. We may not have the choice. And it's a Drake cutter. All right. All right. We're not going to be able to spend time wasting getting him in here. Charge out. Shields to regen. It's either that or I got to pull him low to the deck so that he doesn't blow up too hard. Now he hasn't been able to get his guns on me yet. This thing has some nice maneuverability though. But 2 size 1s basically makes, I mean, the repeaters are a nice touch. Compared to the base loadout for either the Mustang or the or even the Aurora MR. Which I don't think have the Badgers.
Taking fire.
Yes, yes you are. Yes. Able to get guns on me. I mean, theoretically it would test the durability of this better, but I have ammo problems at least with this.
Son of a bitch!
Yeah, you're having a bad day, aren't you? Mostly red. There he goes. Ooh, and we're out of the atmosphere even.
Just got confirmation that bounty's been cleared. I'll get you paid.
Alright. All in all, done dogfighting capability. I mean, I'm digging it. And what does this have on it? Any cargo? Just a dead guy. Now, there might be some notion of being able to pull components and throwing them on the cargo grid. I'm not going to bother, because we came here to test the salvaging part. Okay, calm down. If I had more time to muck around with this, I might put down my power limiter a little bit. Avoid any oopsies, but...
Lance said this ship is quite the scrappy scrapper. Tongue sticking out.
Yeah, a little bit. disintegrate this thing piece at a time. Oh. It's grabbing more of the things. Just a little RSI vacuum cleaner. All right, I think we're done. All right, the animation for the heads and whatnot is pretty cool. All right, let's get back to Seraphim. Sound issues there. All right, let's see if they're... Oh. All right, the deployment part is probably in pilots. I don't think there's actually enough for me to actually pull from.
Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
And there's our box of rubble.
System.
All right, let's get the sound off for that. Oh my goodness. All right, so final thoughts on the RSI Salvation. As a starter pack, it's same price as what the Golem came in at, and with the War Bond, they can be gotten for cheaper. And the LTI token that you can get on it is definitely something to be gone after. The terms of its capability, it actually does better than the Golem, because the Golem's good for printing money with the mining, but the salvage game loop is a little more chill, almost as, and if they get it balanced right again, it'll be more lucrative. And otherwise, it's almost comparable to the Aurora MR package or the Mustang, except that it's more flexible. The 6-unit grid on the back can actually take 4 SU boxes, whereas with the Aurora or the Mustang, you're limited to 3, 4, or 6 SUs of cargo total, and only 1 or 2 SU boxes will actually fit on either of those cargo racks. The armament is very similar to both the Mustang and the Aurora MR. There won't be the option of upgunning this, but also for $5 you can upgrade that you can upgrade the Salvation to a Intrepid. It is actually a groovy little ship, and it will serve well as a starter in that it can haul cargo, same as the Mustang or the Aurora. Similar armament. The maneuverability on it's pretty good. I'm not sure how the durability is on it, because we just avoided getting shot, which is usually a good strategy. Plus, it can do the salvage game loop right out of the gate, so that definitely would be worth the premium over top of the Mustang or Mustang Aurora Pisces versions, or even the Drake Cutter. So the only thing that this falls down on are the box dispenser. There definitely should be some controls at the back, so you don't have to do it all from a powered on cockpit. And it won't be able to carry vehicles, most likely, which is the one advantage that the Cutter would have. Even though, Atlas or Pulse are about the only things that can fit in that, but there is at least that option. So that's about the only places where you're gonna run into issues there. Otherwise, I'm actually check out the channel on Twitch. We'll have drops enabled for the duration of the event, and you get a suit of armor. You might as well take advantage of the free flight. Until December 3rd, you can get in and find out what you like and don't like before you decide whether or not to put money down, both in terms of the game as well as the ships. If you are going to make an account, make sure to use a referral code. Mine's available at purpletarget.tv/SC50K. That'll get you 50,000 in-game credits. And if you do decide to buy a game package before December 3rd, you can get the Star Kitten Racing Gear Pack. And if you turn around and somebody else uses your referral code, then you get the limited edition Star Kitten Dragonfly. I am doing my first giveaway for the channel. If you're interested in the details, you can look at purpletarget.tv. or go straight to purpletarget.tv/giveaway 2955. And that will be for a Salvation starter pack with LTI that you can use to enjoy the verse. Just go to the link. It'll take you over to Gleam, and you can find all the ways to enter there. Hopefully you found this information useful. Like, subscribe, comment, and do all the things. And we'll talk to you again next time. Cheers.